Chiefs, Buccaneers. Chiefs go to Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill goes crazy. The Chiefs go to 10-1. The Buccaneers fall to 7-5. They're the 6th seed now. They go into their bye week struggling, losing 2 in a row. The score doesn't really reflect the game. The final score is 27-24 Chiefs, but they were up 17-0. They were up 24-7, I believe. Chiefs came out firing. Tyreek Hill had a monster game. After the first quarter, he had 203 yards rushing. 203 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. He finished with 269 yards receiving on 13 receptions and 3 touchdowns. I don't know what they were doing on defense. The Buccaneers, whatever they were trying, it was not working. They were trying to single coverage Tyreek Hill, the fastest player in the world with football pads on, and that's just not going to get it done. Bruce Arians, after the game, the big story was that Bruce Arians said that Brady is actually calling all the plays, and that was that got a lot of media headline because a lot of people are Brady apologists. It is what it is. I think Brady gets that benefit because he is the GOAT. He is the best ever. So he should, people are going to defend him. People are going to be on his corner. Rightfully so. He's earned it. That's what you get when you play 20 great years in the NFL. But even like the commentator, Tony Romo, and any mistake that Brady makes, it always seems to be the play caller's mistake, or they're not running Brady's offense, or Brady didn't throw a bad pass, the receiver ran the wrong route. And I think after a while, it gets annoying, even to the coaches. So I think the coach, Bruce Arians, is just trying to nip it in the butt. He's trying to get the record straight. He's trying to say, hey, if you guys are trying to blame me, I'm just going to let the media know that Brady's the one calling the plays. I'm not the one, calling all these plays. If Brady throws the interception, it was on his play call. But I don't know. I don't think the coach should be saying that to the media. I think he should just take it. I think it sets a bad precedent. He could lose the locker room like that if he keeps saying that. I wouldn't have done that. But Bruce Arians, he's an enigma. He's a personality in of itself. But Brady struggled in the beginning. He finished kind of strong. He did have 2 ugly interceptions. He does seem to be panicking a lot more now when he gets pressure. He doesn't just eat the sack. Sometimes you just got to tuck it, take the sack, live to see another down. There's been a lot of times where he's trying to go down the field and he's getting pressure and he's not able to step up into the throw. And, he's older now, so he doesn't have the arm strength that he once had. And he still, just chucks it up there. 2 ugly interceptions. Maybe if he doesn't throw those, they're able to come back. But the Chiefs did take their foot off the gas pedal once they took that lead. So we don't know how they would have reacted if the Bucs would have made an earlier push. But they were in a 17-0 hole. Offense wasn't doing anything. That defense needs help. I think that defense plays better when they're ahead. Once you put them in a hole and the other offense could run, and it's harder for the defense. But Brady brought them back. He had 2 touchdowns to Mike Evans. I think he needs to find Mike Evans earlier in the game. Mike Evans just seems to be catching touchdowns this year. I'm sure he's not that disappointed because his touchdowns are going up. I think he's on pace to have the most touchdowns in a season, but he's definitely underperforming in the other departments. I think this might be the lowest amount of receptions he has in a full season and the lowest amount of yards. But he is getting touchdowns, but I just think Brady has to build a better connection with Mike Evans. That is his best wide receiver. I know Godwin is good and Antonio Brown is there, but Mike Evans is an elite wide receiver. He's had 1,000 yards every single season of his career. He's an elite player. So I think he needs to find him earlier, not just on the end zone, not just on the red zone. You need to feed the ball to Mike Evans, get coverage to go his way, and then you need to run the ball more. If Brady is calling the plays, it's kind of, I don't know what he's doing. In New England, what worked for him was the run game, the short passing game. He did have that one season when Randy Moss was there, but other than that, is the short passing game. Feed the tight ends, feed Edelman, feed Welker, the slot receiver, and methodically go down the field. It looks like he's trying to force the field down the field. He's trying to force the ball down the field more this year. I don't know if it's to prove a point, to say he still has it at 43, but The Buccaneers have a bye week coming up. They have to take a good hard look at themselves and see what they want to do for the rest of the season, because a lot of people had them going to the Super Bowl, especially in the middle of the season when they were hot, when they were firing on all cylinders. People had them going to the Super Bowl, and now they've been struggling. They've lost some games here in the last 4 weeks. So after their bye week, they have the Vikings, Falcons, Lions, and Falcons. And they should be favored against all of them. Vikings, Falcons, Lions, Falcons. They should, by no means, if they close out 4-0 and finish 11-5, that shouldn't be surprising to anyone. This is a pretty soft schedule to end the season. And they have a bye week. Week 13 bye week. One of the furthest bye weeks of the season. So I think it'll be good for Brady to recover. Good for them to retool themselves and, watch some film, analyze what they've been doing wrong, change up their gameplay, run the ball more. Hopefully they run the ball more after the bye week, take some of the pressure off of Brady. And hopefully Bruce Arians and Brady get on the same page. And Bruce Arians, throughout the season, he's been taking little shots at Brady in the media. And Brady always says that they have a good relationship, but maybe they should, talk about it in the bye week and see what they could, if they can get on the same page and move forward. And as far as the Chiefs, they have the Broncos, Dolphins, Saints, Falcons, Chargers. So Chiefs, they're chasing the Steelers. They want the number 1 seed. Broncos, Dolphins. No matter who they play, they're always going to be the favorites. But the Saints game is going to be most watched TV. We'll see if the Steelers are able to keep up their undefeated record, because the Chiefs are going to be right there. As far as the Chiefs, they just got to find a way to close out games better. They're a great team. They either start off really slow and they finish really strong, or they start off really strong and they finish kind of weak. If they're able to put a full game together, the Chiefs are in a league of their own. I don't think anyone could beat them. They should be the Super Bowl favorites. But Mahomes is a magician. Tyreek Hill is one of the best offensive weapons in the league. He's a mismatch. He could run past anybody. And Kelsey, he's the best receiving tight end in the league. He's a mismatch anywhere you put him on the field. So, and their defense is playing a little better. So it looks like they could repeat. It looks like they're well on their way to repeat. The Chiefs are a dangerous team. They're fun to watch. I love watching the Chiefs game. I'm always going to tune in. Patrick Mahomes, generational talent. But that was the Buccaneers versus the Chiefs. It was a good game. It was a great game. It was old versus new. Brady versus Mahomes again. And it didn't disappoint. It was great. I watched the game. I was tuning in. And it was great football. Buccaneers came back viciously at the end, but they couldn't get it done. And the Chiefs held on. And the Chiefs are the favorites for the Super Bowl.